ನೇಯ ತರಗತಿಯ ಮುದ್ದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ABG ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗೆ ಆಧಾರದ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 10ನೆಯ ತರಗತಿಯ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವಿಷಯದ ಎರಡನೆಯ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಬೈ ದ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಸಾಗೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಚಾನಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ABG ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವಿನ್ನೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ 10ನೆಯ ತರಗತಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಠದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉತ್ತರಗಳ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋದ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಈಗ ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೀನ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ದೃಶ್ಯ, ಆ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ದೃಶ್ಯ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ ಅ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಟ್ರೋಪೊಲಿಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮುಂಬೈ, ದ ಕಮ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಮೋರ್. ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹರಿಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೋಮ್, ಸೊ ದೇ ರಶ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್. If they missed the particular train, they are in trouble and get late to reach home. So it is regular scene for those people. No one has time to think about others. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಈ ಮುಂಬೈನಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪಟ್ಟಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ತುಂಬ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಅವಸರವಾಗಿ ಸಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಬರುವಾಗ, ಡ್ಯೂಟಿಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಮತ್ತು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಟ್ರೈನನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಅವರು ಆ ಟ್ರೈನನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ತೊಂದರೆಗೆ ಒಳಗಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮುಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ತಡ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಂಬರ್ 2, ರೋಮಾ ತಲ್ರೇಜಾ ಟ್ರೈಡ್ ಟು ಸೆಟಲ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ಡೋರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನ್. ವಾಸ್ ಸಿ ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? ವಾಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವರ್ ದೇರ್? No, it is always better to avoid standing near the door. ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಆ ರೋಮಾ ತಲ್ರೇಜ್ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಗಿಲ ಬಳಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಡೇಂಜರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ವರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹರ್, ಅವಳ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನಿದ್ದರೆ, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಕಂಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನಾನು ಕಂಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಡೋರ್. ಹವೆವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿಯರ್ ಸೇಡ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಡನ್. The trains are so jam-packed that movement is almost possible, and quite often we expose ourselves to grave danger. Question number 3. There is a girl by the tracks, the voices cried out. The voices came from the passengers who stood at the door of the train which was coming from the opposite direction. Baleshwara was impulsive in taking a decision because there is a girl by the tracks. Question number 5. The dictionary says callous, unconcerned in this situation. Who do you think was callous towards the accident? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲಸ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪದವು ಅನ್ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ಡ್, ಕಾಳಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಸೂಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಪಘಾತದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಕ್ಯಾಲಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಸಾ ದ ಸೀನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರೋಮಾ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಫಾಲನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ದೋ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸೀನ್, ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿದಾಗಿಯೂ ಸಹಿತ, ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಂಟಸ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಹರ್, ದೇ ವರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಸ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. Baleshwara rushed to help the girl. His movement has been described. The verbs like showed. Identify 2 more such verbs, verbal phrases in paragraph. The 2 more verbal phrases jumped off and landed on. Next question. Share your responses. Where did Baleshwara find Roma at last? At last, Baleshwara found Roma by the side of the tracks between the 2 stations of approximately 5 kilometers apart. Question number 2. Behanji of teek hai, but there was no response and no hope in sight. Why was it so? Read para 6 and answer. Roma had fallen by railway track while commuting by an electrical train. Baleshwara also had jammed off a still moving train. After pulling the chain, both the trains had moved on with the passengers as if nothing untoward had happened, since it was the railway tracks somewhere between two stations, with which were 5 kilometers apart in Thane district. There weren't people around and there was no hope in sight. Roma could not answer the question as she had blacked out after the fall because a gash in the head. Fill in the table with appropriate details. Roma, 21 years, graduate Maharashtra, working in call center, back to home. Baleshwara Mishra, 20 years, high school dropout, Uttar Pradesh, unemployed, back to home. Share your response. Who volunteered to help Baleshwara? The middle-aged tempo truck driver who spoke Gujarati volunteered to help Baleshwara. Roma stirred and her eyes fluttered open. What could have made her react so? Roma was shifted to back of the tempo truck with Baleshwara. She lay on the seat. When the vehicle moved unsteadily, it made her stir and her eyes fluttered open. Some details of Roma's brother are given in paragraph 14. Read and fill in the columns approximately. Name Dinesh Talrej. Job marketing job. Place Ullasnagar, vehicle motorcycle. Share your response. Oh, I could not thank him. Baleshwara thought, who do you think he could not thank? Baleshwara could not thank tempo truck driver because he was busy to admit Roma to the hospital, spoke with Dr. Anil Agarwal. Why? Why did Baleshwara revisit the spot where Roma had fallen? Baleshwara revisited the spot to find out Roma's belongings. Dinesh told him that her mobile phone and handbag were missing. Baleshwara got some assurance from a railway employee when he was looking for her belongings at the spot where Roma had fallen. A railway employee as assured that Roma's belongings had been found already had been found already. Roma said, I think it is astonishing. What was astonishing? The manner in which she had been rescued, with astonishing because a stranger would jump off a train and risk his life for her, and she was also strange to him. And next, now we are think about text. Some incidents relating to Roma Talreja are given below. Put them in the right order. First one is B, D, A, E, C. Baleshwara jumped into action to save the girl. His action in doing so are given in the jumbled manner. Set them in the right sequence as in the text. C, E, B, A, D. Write briefly about the personal details such as qualification, profession of Roma Talrej, Baleshwara Mishra, after discussion with the classmates. Roma Talreja is 21 years old, BCom graduate from Pune. She is working as a call center executive for 2 years. She loved her job, talking and connecting to customers and making new friends. She is feeling happy and active. Baleshwara Mishra is 20 years old, high school dropout. He is tall and thin youngster from Mirzapur, UP. He is unemployed, recently came to Mumbai. He is living with his two elder brothers and hunting a job, but his effort is not fruitful. Take a girl to Airoli, suggested the cough, but Baleshwara disagreed. Why did he do so? Airoli was at least 10 kilometers away, and Baleshwara knew of a small hospital at a closer place. Moreover, Roma, who was bleeding, was unconscious, and Baleshwara must have considered each minute crucial. So he disagreed with the suggestion given by the cough. Some incidents mentioned in the paragraph 12 are given in the jumbled order below. Rearrange them sequentially. B, C, D, A. Baleshwara right in asking Roma her name while she lay in a critical condition. Justify your answer. Yes, he had to know. He had do. He had to know who was so that he could inform her new ones. He had done his best. But there were other things which only family members could decide on, so it was imperative that Baleshwara make Roma talk to get the required piece of information. Baleshwara had a good memory. Do you agree with this? Give example to support your view. Yes, I agree with this. When Baleshwara asked her whom should he inform, for that Roma said her brother Dinesh and his phone number. There is no time to write. He memorized that number and called him. This incident shows that Baleshwara had a good memory. The doctor at a Divine Multi-Speciality Hospital admitted Roma without any formalities. What made him do so? On seeing the head injury, the doctor must have decided that the girl needed immediate attention. Though the injury turned out to be less serious than what it was feared to be, there was no way for the doctor to know that before an examination. Moreover, irrespective of the extent of the injury, the fact remained that Roma had been bleeding for quite some time. So the doctor, who did not stand on formalities, so that immediate treatment could be given. If we have more doctors like the doctors at the Divine Multi Hospital City Hospital, many lives can be saved. Baleshwara had not come forward to help Roma. What would have happened to her? There are many possibilities. The worst possibility is that Roma could have bled to death even though the head injury was severe, with no one either spotting Roma or everyone being indifferent to Roma. A more optimistic viewpoint at the possibility of another passes by helping Roma and Roma being saved by the kind gesture of that passerby. However, there is also the possibility of Roma being handicapped or paralyzed for life, even if she were to get help because of the time lapse between the accident and the time of treatment. How did the truck driver help Baleshwara? The truck driver The truck driver was also a selfless, kind-hearted man. He helped Baleshwara in taking Roma to a nearby hospital. When it was known that Roma had to be taken to a bigger hospital, he continued to help Baleshwara. He lent Baleshwara his cell phone, so that Roma's people could be informed after there was no more need for his help. He quietly moved away without waiting for words of gratitude or appreciation. It's people like Baleshwara and the driver who make us believe in the goodness of human beings. And the 11th one, Baleshwara felt that the people of Mumbai were afraid. What were they afraid of, according to his opinion? People of Mumbai were afraid of getting involved. They were afraid that if they helped accident victims, they would get trapped in the courts with the police. Next, the Dalai Lama says, "Love and compassion are the true religions to me, but uh, but to develop this, we don't need to believe in any religion." Does this relate to the lesson there is girl by the tracks? How discuss it with your friends? Yes, Dalai Lama's saying are related to this lesson. Here Baleshwara did not know the religion of Roma, why he decided to help her. Really, to love and show concern to the people, don't depend on religion. Here Baleshwara had real love, compassion and concern about human beings. This is the true religion in this aspect. It relates to Dalai Lama's saying. Next, task 1. Task 1. Here, observing, observe, stare, glance, gaze, peep, moving, hurtle, rush, show, dash, run, holding, squeeze, snatch, hold, clutch, grab, speaking, tell, chart, talk, utter, articulate, requesting, pray, plead, implore, beg, appeal. Task 2. Squeezed, snatched, held, talked, appealed, stared, snatched, bring, gazed, utter. Task 3. Face to face with death, up to his mind, tongue tied, backed him up, arm twisted, keep their cool. Learn grammar through communication. Knows, wins, tries, want, is, wants, opine, wait, needs. Task 2. Are, have, was, has, is, was, has, was, were. Task 3. Has, knows, come, is, correct, received, planned, are, prod. Make reference 162134525267. ಸೊ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಚಾನಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ABG ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.